Should you short a Bitcoin right now or not? That is the question. While Bitcoin is correcting here to the downside, and I had told you that there was a scenario 2 days ago that we could potentially go lower, but we can also long it at specific levels here again. And that is something that I want to talk about today. What are the levels that we need to watch out for? Should you actually short Bitcoin right now? If you would short it, to what levels I would short it, and from where I would go long again. If you think that is interesting, stick around here. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and also activate the bell so that you will never miss out on these important updates. And now let's directly jump into today's content here. Let's start with the 30 minutes chart. Here on the 30 minutes chart, we were forming a falling wedge. And this falling wedge sees now a potential breakout to the upside. The question, the first question that comes to my mind is then, of course, will it be a legit breakout to the upside? Will we reach the target of almost $35,800? Or will we get stopped here along the way on some of these resistance levels, or even staying within the range again, where we are right now at the mid level of the range? And remember, guys, I told you, when we come back to the mid-level of the range, it's a good opportunity to long. So I hope you took advantage of that, because you would have been up a little bit already if you would have done so. So for now, as long as the mid-range is holding, it's a good level to take longs. Just remember that I would set a stop loss around $34,000. There, yeah, $34,000 would be my stop loss if you take a long position from the mid-range here. Of course, I don't like that we are back in that range. I would like to see Bitcoin coming back up here to out of it and continue the upwards trajectory. But it was clear that at some point we needed a healthy correction, and this might be actually it. Here on the 4-hourly chart with the bullish pennant, it looks a little bit different. We saw the breakout that we were talking about, and then we saw only a steady decline. And now we have here this downward sloping resistance line holding Bitcoin under its thumb and prevents that Bitcoin moves actually higher. But also remember what I told you. I said up here was already all the liquidity taken here on the liquidation levels that we can see here. And only low leverage ones are still above us. And the high leverage liquidity is now beneath us, and we are really close to it. So it starts making sense if we are not reclaiming today $34,600, $700, that we gonna see the price action coming down to like $33,500 approximately. So basically a $1,000 move to the downside, roughly 3% for Bitcoin to the downside. Could be in the cards over the next couple of days if we are not reclaiming here $34,700 yeah, by today at some point and stay above that level. If we're not doing that and you are looking for a short, then again, $34,000 is the level where you want to short from. Not from the mid-range. If we are losing the mid-range, you want to short when we are losing the whole range, which is around $34,000. Here also, pennant looks like fake out happening right now. Yesterday things were looking much better, I have to admit. But if here this 12-hourly candle can at least stay as it is until the close today, and the next one starts pushing up, then we should be fine. Yeah. If not, then I told you already the levels that I'm watching for a potential short or a potential long here. And guys, don't forget, if you want to long or short, do this on BYBIT. You still get $30,000 in deposit bonuses if you use my specific link. And also on BITGET, there's right now a $30,000 deposit bonus plus $15 just for creating the account and signing up on a BITGET, but also only with my specific link. And I have negotiated that only for you guys to get such a big bonus on a BITGET if you're using my link. And also don't forget, if you are signed up on one of my links here and you have at least $250 in your account, you are eligible to join my Discord server where I share every day trades for free. They are just absolutely insane and making so much profit for you guys out there. So if you want to be part of the Discord community, step one, go to BYBIT or to BitGet, sign up there. Step 2, deposit $250 into the account. Step 3, click on the link in the description to the Discord channel. And step 4, start making money. Now let's get back here to the charts. Here on the weekly chart is something that I want to point out, because we are getting now into the weekly close this weekend. I don't like the way that the candle is shaping here, because if this candle stays as it is a doji candle, and most of the time it's followed by a reversal candle to the downside. And that would be really bad. So to the downside on the weekly chart, I'm going to show you in a second on another chart which level that exactly is that I'm looking at. But we should be prepared if next week starts out in red, that we get a proper correction to the downside before we then turn around and start going higher. If next week starts out in green and we start pushing up, then okay, then it's continuation. That candle here that we're having right now will be considered a continuation candle, but only if we push to the upside. So pay attention on Sunday night where the price action is going, and also Monday, especially Monday. Look Monday through the day how the price is looking, if we are green or red on the weekly chart, because that might determine the direction for the next 10 days or so. Then also here on this weekly chart, we can clearly see why we are not moving higher. And again, I have shown this to you guys before. It is because of this upward sloping trend line that is acting as a resistance, and also the horizontal level of $37,000 is acting as a resistance from which we got now twice more or less rejected. And if we would now get a proper rejection candle, it would not be the end of the world, because I'm going to show you now what I believe from where we are then most likely bouncing, and which level we have to watch if we are getting a correction. I want to give you guys again a little bit perspective before we move on here, and I give you the exact level that I'm actually watching for a potential buying the dip moment that we might get here. Because when you look at where we are at right now here on this parabolic chart, every time you see here when we have here a curve going up, the price starts going parabolic until we are losing the curve, and then we are basically starting a bear market. Right now we are here based on this chart almost done with the accumulation phase, which should be ending a maximum just before the halving. I think it's going to end before that. In my opinion, this will end when we are breaking $37,000 and stay above that level. That will be the end of the accumulation phase and the start of the 100% bull market here on that specific chart. So that's why we struggle also to break through that level, because it is a key level on the weekly chart. Here on the next weekly chart, you see this also really clearly. I have here the big regression chart where Bitcoin in every bull market came up to the top of it and touched it, and from there we started the bear market. So I expect nothing less in the next bull market to be happening. So if we move on here a little bit, let's move on here until, let's say, early 2026, which would be around here. So that puts Bitcoin around $100,000. But maybe because of the ETF, we could see a massive breakout out of that channel. So something unusual which has never happened before. The ETF could do something to Bitcoin like this. So, but the important level that I wanted to show you is here, that red block here. You see this red block comes in from like 35 and goes all the way up to like 37,500. That is the big resistance level that Bitcoin has to crack right now to continue to go here into higher levels. If Bitcoin fails to break these levels, then, like I said, we're going to see a pullback. The pullback will be, in my opinion, really short-lived. And I'm going to show you now to which level. 32,800, 31,800, in that kind of range will be, in my opinion, the pullback be. And this is your buy the dip opportunity on the weekly chart. So if you want to buy Bitcoin spot and you wait for a good opportunity either down here or above that red zone. That is where you want to add to your long-term holdings for Bitcoin. And then I have also a monthly chart. Here you can also clearly see distinct both levels. Again, here on the monthly chart, you want that Bitcoin confirms support here on the top of the June candle. That would be around the $31,860 level. And you want a Bitcoin to flip here that resistance level at $37,100. So you see here multiple times we had priorly tested this as support in the bull market until we broke it in May last year. And since then, we have never really touched it again. So that's why I don't believe that we see a straight move through it. I think we're going to see a rejection, but then the next one, that will be the one that's moving through that level here. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode and could take something away from it. Like I said, it looks like it, if Bitcoin goes under $34,000, that we can open a short. Otherwise, you stay either on the sidelines over the weekend because it's quite volatile, or you open a long position. That's up to you based on the information that I just have given to you. Guys, don't forget, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you then again tomorrow.